I convinced my parents to remove my bedtime rule. The truth is, I didn't. My older sister did, but the way it happened still feels like something out of a movie. For years, we had the most suffocating bedtime rule of anyone I knew. 8:30 p.m. sharp. Didn't matter if there was homework, a school project, or even a holiday party. By 8:30, lights out, no excuses. My friends used to laugh when I had to leave sleepovers before the scary movie even started. My sister had it worse. She was in high school and still forced into bed earlier than some elementary kids. Dad always said, nothing good happens after 8:30. Your brains need rest. Mom chimed in with, healthy kids grow strong with sleep, but my sister hated it. She missed every group chat, every live show, every game with her friends. She begged, bargained, even tried bribing them with promises of straight A's. Nothing worked, so she learned to play the system. She became the queen of fake sleeping. She could lay perfectly still, eyes shut, breathing slow, so when Dad came in with his nightly flashlight sweep, she looked like Sleeping Beauty. Then, after his heavy footsteps retreated downstairs, she'd spring out of bed like a ninja, sliding her laptop from under the dresser or sneaking onto her phone with a blanket over her head. I was younger, but she let me in on her secret sometimes, and we'd whisper in the dark like spies hiding from enemy patrols. To our parents, we were perfect angels who followed rules without question. Then came the night that changed everything. It was mid-January, one of the coldest nights I can remember. The heater rattled in the vents, but the air felt strange, heavy, sharp, like something wasn't right. At exactly 8:30, we climbed into bed, pretending to surrender to their iron rule. By 9:30, my sister was wide awake, scrolling on her phone under the covers. I was actually half asleep when she nudged me. Do you hear that? She whispered. At first, I thought it was the heater again, but then I smelled it. Sharp, acrid, like burnt plastic. My stomach twisted. My sister jumped up, pulled the blanket from my face, and hissed, smoke. She dashed to the door, cracked it open, and immediately slammed it shut again, coughing. The hallway was hazy, gray wisps curling under the ceiling. My heart pounded so loud I thought it would explode. We ran to the window. Below us, the living room glowed faintly orange. Flames. Somehow something downstairs had caught fire. And our parents, our strict, wine-drunk, early sleep parents, were sound asleep in their room on the far side of the house. My sister's face hardened in an instant. She grabbed my hand. We don't have time. She shoved a chair under our window and yanked it open, cold winter air rushing in. But we couldn't jump. It was a 2-story drop. She spun around, scanning, calculating. Then she shoved me toward the closet. Call 911, now. I grabbed the house phone, hands shaking so badly I could barely dial. The operator's calm voice was the only thing keeping me from screaming. Meanwhile, my sister wrapped her comforter around herself like armor and bolted into the smoke-filled hall. I cried for her to come back, but she vanished into the haze. Seconds stretched like hours. I heard coughing, banging, and then a crash. I couldn't breathe. Then, her voice. Dad! Mom! Wake up now! I heard her scream. Raw, panicked. More coughing, furniture scraping, then heavy footsteps. Our parents stumbling awake at last. When firefighters broke through our front door minutes later, they found us huddled by the window, our parents clutching us tight, faces pale with smoke and fear. The fire had started in the kitchen from an old faulty wire, spreading fast toward the living room. If my sister hadn't been awake, if she hadn't broken the sacred bedtime rule, the smoke would have reached us all in our sleep. The firefighters told my parents point blank, your daughter saved your lives. That night shattered something in them. Their perfect, rigid rulebook suddenly didn't feel so perfect anymore. For the first time, they looked at my sister not as a child who needed controlling, but as the reason we were still alive. The next evening, sitting around the kitchen table with the smell of burnt wood still lingering, Dad cleared his throat. Bedtime rules. Maybe we've been too strict. Mom nodded, tears brimming in her eyes. You've proven we can trust you. My sister sat there silent, eyes rimmed red, still coughing from smoke inhalation. But the relief that washed over her face said everything. From that night on, the bedtime rule was gone.